Well, I mean, to be honest, I did not address it. I didn't address it. The next hurdle is I eventually move into the property. So January 1st comes around. I move all my things in there. I'm enthusiastic. I start painting my unit. My friend is helping me. I'm in there for a few days and my friends come out and they're like, hey, my car isn't there anymore, and I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, my car isn't in front of your house anymore. So I talked to all my tenants. I know one of my tenants had a security camera. I'm like, hey, can I have access to that? And she's like, no, but the neighbor across the street has a great security camera. She's like, you can go ask it for them. So I talked to the neighbor and I find out that the girl who sent me over there, her little brother stole my friend's car.
So you guys were inside the unit doing rehab work, and he went out to go to his car, and the car was gone. And ultimately, it was the tenant that their family member that carjacked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
So what happens now? File a report. What?
So I find out, and I'm at the police station, and I look at, and this is a part of property management where it's relationship management, where he's like, look. He's like, you could do one or two things. He's like, you can go and try to get your car back, and not get the police involved, or you can get the police involved and, you could be in for 20 years of getting your house egged, paintballed, messed with, Fuller Park, Bridgeport. It's one of those communities where everybody knows each other. So a lot of, if there's an opportunity to solve an issue without police involvement, sometimes it's to your benefit. And in property management, I would probably, Mark, you might be able to comment, but that's something that maybe not just on the South Side, but everywhere it might be beneficial, is maybe the, law enforcement isn't your first go-to if something illegal might be happening in your apartment.
So that was the advice that the Chicago police gave you, right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah. And all so right. I'm like, look, I'll go up there, but I don't know these people, I don't know what they're about. I'm like, can a police at least come with me? I'm not trying to arrest them. I'm not, whatever. So we go up there and the police, didn't do a very good job in my opinion, but they did tell the tenant, they're like, look, if the car spontaneously shows up tomorrow, all this stuff, and we get a call the next day that it's in the middle of an alley, just sitting there. So we ended up getting the car back, and that it was upsetting, but it is, it is what it is. We ended up getting the car back, and it was almost like a silent apology from them. So they didn't know that it was my car. I highly doubt that they did.
So how about those conversations going on in that apartment? Like, man, you sold the landlord the new owner's car.
Well, also you live in the building. You see these people. Hey, how's it going?
Did you sleep there that night? Like you that happens. Like, did you sleep there that night? Did you have doubts about living in that building? Like, what was going through your mind at that point?
Yeah, so I definitely had definitely upset, upset as anybody would be. I stayed with my girlfriend at the time quite a bit after that.